Hi, I'm Toni Crichton and welcome to Tonic, where we're talking all things music. We're living in an age where as humans we are consistently being challenged on how to find new and meaningful ways to connect. The advance of technology has allowed us to have instantaneous chats to someone on the other side of the world, and yet we're somehow missing that deep personal connection with others because of how fast the world is moving and how quickly we've become accustomed to putting up barriers. Race, gender, social class, interests, beliefs. Yet at the core of being human is the biological need to connect. We're needing to find ways to do so in a way that the social brain can connect on an emotional level. I'm a pianist and piano coach based in Cape Town, and through all the years of teaching and performing, the one thing that has always remained true is that music connects. In spite of backgrounds, past experiences, opinions, music can bypass these personal constructs and appeal to people on a heart level rather than their minds. I've had the privilege of working with a diverse group of people over the years: children, adults, producers, actors, people in corporate, and each of them coming to me with different needs. Some wanting to perform, some wanting to create, some wanting to just find their inner music. And on each of these journeys, I've stepped into their worlds, and that common silver thread has reminded me that in the notes we are connected. Human evolution has given us music, and I believe it is to connect. Someone who's doing just that in the business arena, using music to connect, is a very special man, Peter Greenwall. I met Peter through one of our common passions, music. Peter is an author, composer, songwriter, and aeronautical engineer. He's been writing commercial music for over 20 years, which includes writing the opening ceremony for the 2003 Cricket World Cup, Cape Town's 2004 Olympic bid, 2 Miss World's beauty pageants, radio jingles, ringtones, and staff training musicals. He's also been involved in hundreds of innovation seminars. Anyone in Cape Town Sea Point knows Peter as that guy who walks his dog Oscar on his mono wheel. We got chatting one day about music, and I wanted to share how he's used music to find ways of connecting with people in a context that's quite different from my own.
Hi,
Hi, Peter. Thanks for
Tony.
joining me.
Thank you for allowing me this chance to say what I do,
Yay, fantastic.
which we
So,
will find
Peter,
out as well. I don't know exactly what I do, but you're going to draw it out of me with your magical
I
powers.
hope so. Peter, so you've been helping corporates connect with clients, with employees, to connect with staff, and you've chosen music as a medium to do that. So what have been some of your biggest challenges and why music?
Why music? Music just cuts through. It makes it memorable. Adds the spark to the event. If you're using music, suddenly you're a show. I've always felt that what's lacking in conferences is the interest, the spark, the stickiness, something that's memorable. With music, you can have lyrics behind you. People can remember what you're saying with the lyrics on screen. You're singing songs about business issues that often very serious issues, and you can make light of very serious subjects. So the exciting part is that it's a song. You're putting on a show. The challenging part is being taken seriously. How can I, as a musician, go into a corporate field and tell them about innovation and business subjects and deal with their subjects in an entertaining matter? Who am I? What's my degrees in innovation? So I'm putting on a show. So you're going to be entertained first, and then behind that entertainment, you will find real meaning and solutions to corporate issues. The challenge is therefore being taken seriously as an innovation guru. I've written a book about it, so I think that's my license. It's called Logical Stupidity: Innovation by Navigating Through Nonsense. We'll talk about that later, but that's the book. So it's a book. It's a musical. It says here a musical seminar. So there you go. Logical Stupidity: How to Capitalize on Any Crisis. And we are currently in a major crisis right now. The object of this book, 650 pages, is to capitalize on the crisis, on any crisis on any issues, all the nonsense, and that's why I called it logical stupidity, because it's this combination of stupidity, the world's number one resource, and your logical idea that drives the innovation process forward. There's a lot of material there.
That
Somewhere's the
is.
answer.
That's
There's an
good.
answer in there to your question.
Do you feel like it's allowed you to connect more deeply, more quickly? And do you feel that people have sort of fought you on that? Or do you think it's just a really great way of connecting with people?
Music is a great way of connecting with people. There's no doubt. People enjoy music. That usually they dance to it. Usually that's just background. I want to bring music into the foreground. Music at a conference is reserved for the awards part of the evening section, where we've stopped the conference now, and now we're going into the entertainment part. And very often I've watched the audience and they get onto their phones or they talk over the music. It's very background. How do we make music a foreground centerpiece for a conference where we actually talk about business issues, but we sing about them, and we're taking them very seriously? So that's the first thing. That was the first challenge. Yes, there are multiple different arenas of innovation that I have to get inside. So the theory is always the same. So what was the other question? Oh, the universe. How do you get into so many different fields? So
Yes.
the theory of innovation is the same. We're looking for pain points. I've developed my own theory. Innovation is the translation of emotions, everything that's pissing you off, all the frustrations, all the pain points, into products and services. It's a language. We're going to learn a language. Innovation is the translation of emotions, the crisis, everything that's frustrating you, into new products, services, new ways of doing things. And I'm going to teach you that system using music. So that's the general formula that cuts through any business, and I've spoken to many, whether it's a corporate, whether it's a mining company, whether we are doing awards evenings, whatever the company, whatever the occasion, the theory stays the same and the songs stay the same, but you adapt them slightly to suit that specific need of a corporate.
Fantastic. And I'm sure using your music, you're also able to just make people laugh and take them out of that very, very serious zone, and to look at things from a different perspective.
That's what we
So
can do.
in terms of how you are going in as not just a speaker and a facilitator and an educator, when you're using music, what's the medium you use in terms of instruments? You've mentioned songs. How have you formulated your message through music?
Okay, so you've got the keyboard, you've got the microphone, you've got my voice, not the best singing voice. So I rely on backing tracks. I get them sounding really good in the studio, then I'll sing over that to add that live element so that you can actually see that I'm singing live. I believe anybody can sing. You're a music teacher, you're a vocal coach. You know that within your certain range, stick to your range and you'll sound okay. So I use the medium of my voice, the music, the backing tracks, and the visual. Behind me are visuals that illustrate what I'm talking about. So we're illustrating the various business points through music, through comedy, through the juxtaposition of images that may or may not relate to what I'm talking about. That's where you get the comedy. Something behind me is the very opposite of what I'm saying, and that's where you can really get that comedy effect. So visuals are huge. I take a lot of pictures. People who know me know that I'm running around with my camera, and people say, "What do you use these? What do you use all these pictures for?" They appear in my conferences. A picture tells it like it is, or I'll use it as a metaphor for something else. I look at the pictures afterwards and I go, "Well, that would be perfect as an example of that."
So Peter, if I'm a corporate and I'm wanting to connect with my clients, why would I pick you?
Because innovation, as they say, can come from multiple different sources. We don't know that much. As much as there is known about innovation, there's way more that we don't know. What is the spark that provides ideas? And what if it were me? That's why you should use me, because it can come from anywhere. And I say ideas come from cock-ups, which is an acronym. Stands for the Center of Confusion Inside a Universal Problem. We are looking for those areas where there is confusion, which is dysfunctional, any aspect of pain point, any confusion that we're going to jump inside as the starting point for innovation. Let me read the back of the book, then you'll get an idea. I read this 10 years ago, okay, but it's still apt. So instead of temper tantrums and anxiety attacks, you're going to hang up your hang-ups as art. Instead of ranting to anyone who will listen, you're going to set your misery to comedy and music and bitch about it to a beat. Or if things aren't how you'd like them to be, then you're going to bridge the gap by designing some type of new invention, a new gadget, a new product, a new service. Since you can't find solutions unless you have problems, confusion, disillusion, uncertainty, the unknown, the stupidity is what we're actually searching for. And that's why I titled this book Logical Stupidity. We're capitalizing on stupidity, the largest resource known to man that is at the moment gone untapped. There you go.
I love it. Fantastic. Thank you, Peter. And that's it. You've used music to connect in different environments, and you've used it to get straight to the point with people, and it's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
To see more of what Peter is up to, please check out the links in our bio below, and please like and subscribe to this video. Today, in a world which is tearing us apart at the same rate as it's providing opportunities to connect, let's do the latter. Thank you to Peter for sharing his passion and genuine natural ability to find connections. We hope you connect with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you and how music has potentially helped you connect with others. Thanks for joining us today.